and maybe a public sewer system now and then. Public power? Wow, what a thought. Never entered the head until more recently. But Wayne, besides his physical presence and his curiosity, turned out to be one of the earliest advocates for open, transparent government in this county that I have met at a public meeting. The reason was he wouldn't keep quiet about it. At the PUD, it wasn't necessary to make a great effort to get records or to make sure that the meetings were conducted openly, because they usually were. But Wayne carried his interest onto the board of PUD, of our county PUD commission in the year 2000, and has served since as one of the strongest advocates for government transparency serving in an elected office in Jefferson County. I give him a lot of credit for what he has maintained over those years. He is pretty much the lone survivor of the three-member commission that began in 2000 to assure us that whatever actions the PUD undertook would be public, transparent, and readily available to us through either records or the meetings. Now Wayne and the PUD Commission is faced with an issue which, by majority vote, the county really did support, and that is to authorize our PUD to possibly enter the electric utility business. It suggests quite a future for our PUD, which has taxed us for years without doing anything, has taxed us more recently with at least some plans that look like they're going somewhere, and more importantly, with a fellow like Wayne King at the administrative, the elected head of this board, helping guide us into our so-called next generation of utility services, public utility services in Jefferson County. It was with real appreciation that Wayne has showed up tonight, because his first priority was serving us. There are only 2 PUD commissioners serving at the present time, and Wayne was at the PUD commission meeting until about 5:45 this evening. Thank you, Wayne. But I'd like you to tell us now, how you ever got the way you were, and how important is it to a local public elected official to maintain transparency?
Put up with me. I wanted to print this out, but my printer died, so I'm not as good at reading a teleprompter as our president, but I'll see what I can do here. I want to thank Frank and Patience for inviting me to be here tonight. I do believe in open government. As Frank went on, I didn't realize I had all that pedigree with me, but I want to. Patience wanted me to tell you a little bit about my experiences and observations since taking office. Some good, some not so good. Some of you may remember, as Frank filled you in on, I was very critical of the PUD in the 90s. I attended countless meetings, wrote many, many letters, even got called on the carpet by the PDC for soliciting funds without having the nonprofit. So I went down there, and a bunch of us, my cronies, there's only 3 of us left now, went down there and we paid our $300 fine, and we learned an awful lot. I finally realized that to make a difference in the PUD, I was going to have to sit at the table. No one talked me into it. I kind of got burnt out going to the meetings, as Frank remembers. The first day you could sign up to run, I was there. Like my friend Dana Roberts said, get there early and you'd get your picture above the fold. I ran for office in 2000. I took the Open Government Pledge. I was reelected in 2007, unopposed. As my wife Peggy said, don't get a big head. You may have it so screwed up no one else wants it. I took the unopposed as a sign that Maybe the people thought the way I was working with the PUD and the people of Jefferson County that I was trying to do the right thing. The other thing that I firmly believe in is this little document here. My mother gave me this when I was elected. This is the Constitution. She used to carry it when she was a paralegal for Bill Dent, an attorney from Gardner. She handed me this and says, read it and live by it. And I firmly believe in it. I don't need any applause, thank you. In working in the 90s with a group of concerned citizens from Gardner, tri-areas, I think of my old friend Guy Rudolph, Jay Levine, Danny Rice, Earl Gibson, who's one of the only one of us cronies left. We were, as Mike Belinsky has demonstrated, open government is very, very important to me. We found out about the State Auditor's Office. It's a wonderful agency. They want to hear of any violations, even if you think it's a violation. They have a toll-free number. You don't have to give them your name, just tell them what the hell's going on. And believe me, they'll check into it. And I encourage you to work with the state auditor, Brian Sontag, who I've been to a number of meetings that he spoke at. He will help you if you have some problems. That's what he's there for. I don't have the toll-free number, but I'm sure you can get it at the attorney, the state auditors. At the PUD, we have a form to fill out for requests for information, where at this time we are in the process of getting all of our records.